Hi everybody, Tiffany from Uncensored Dolls. Today I have a little bit of a video. I'm going to talk a little bit about why the name of my channel is Uncensored Dolls. But also I wanted to show you a couple things that I picked up from my dolls lately and the outfit that I did for the doll masquerade from Doll North before I take it off my doll and probably put it in a bin and never see it again because I have no pride in my work. Anyways, so basically, I didn't think twice about what I wanted to name my channel, and I've had a lot of judgment for what I name my channel. I had a couple friends mention to me that when they search my name on YouTube, because they have an 18 or older account, it sends them to very sexually oriented videos, and at first they said, well, why don't you change your name? Well, why don't you change your name? And well, first of all, I know the type of person I am. I'm a very straight to the point person. There's no funny business, there's no phony, there's no fake. Everything that I am is here. If you watch my videos and you see me and you see my personality, that's me. Sometimes I'm a little less talkative, granted. I'm pretty, also sometimes I'm a little bit more serious in my videos because obviously I'm here on a mission, right? Like I'm making a video, but sometimes if you see me in real life, obviously I'm going to be more jokey and, make crack some jokes and make some punchlines. But the reason why I made this channel is because I've seen so many channels, BJD channels, and I find it very hard. I'm going to be frank. I like a specific type of video to watch, and might not be because I particularly like what the person's doing in the video or not, because there's many videos I can't watch that like really bother me for some particular reason, like maybe something about the quality of the video or the sound is bothering me. But also I just I watched that particular person because all of that is in place and it doesn't really irritate me. But sometimes I will turn off the sound, and if I want to learn something from another video with poor sound or poor video, then I'll do that. And I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but really sometimes like you just can't. Like that's reality. There it is, uncensored, right? Sometimes you just can't listen to somebody's voice, or sometimes their sound quality is like buzzing in the background, or sometimes their video is very grainy or something like that, and sometimes I just can't handle it. But aside from that, I come here, I'm fairly new to the doll hobby. Like I know there's some really, seriously new people like just started this year or last month or something like that. But I've been in the doll hobby for about 4 years, but I've been watching the hobby for about 7. So like I remember the first time that I ever went to Doll North convention, it was like a little room, and now it's like it's taken over a whole hotel. And for those of you who go, like, I don't know who else has been there and been going as long as I have, but it's quite the growth. And so for me, it was kind of like just sitting there and learning. And until I really seen the Doll North part of Anime North Convention go crazy, I could not really understand, because there wasn't too many people that really were there at first. And, fair enough. Something just started out, you have to kind of feel what people want, what people need, get people on board that are going to help, but get people on board that are going to, encourage the growth of the convention. But once it really took off like that, I got to see a whole lot of things and learn a whole lot of things. And even just the past couple years ago, okay, I'm done. The past couple years where they've started offering the workshops, like it's just extremely helpful for people like me who can't just read on the internet how to do something. I'm not really good at that. I'm a kinesthetic learner, and which basically means I learn by experiencing or doing, and that's really hard to do on the internet unless you watch somebody in a video. And again, like I said, I'm very finicky with what I watch, so it's hard. But uncensored for me means that everything that I learn in the hobby, I bring to you straight as it is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm obviously not, I'm human, so I'm not going to be able to, you know, cut out my biases or judgments. I do try my best to do that because I don't want to say, oh, you know, I really love Volks because it's my favorite doll company ever. They have the best sculpts ever. Well, if I said something like that, I'm a vinyl collector, so, and I'm a Volks basically only vinyl collector. So for me to say that, it wouldn't be fair to any other company because, well, I'm extremely biased. But I don't think I've ever said that. I mean, I love my dolls, and I love my Dolphies, and I love Volks, and there's so many other companies I love. And even though I love them, sometimes I don't buy them because I just know that it's not a doll that I'll play with. It's something that I like to look at because it's a piece of art to me. And so what I'll do is I'll look at pictures, and you know, you go into your Facebook groups. Sorry, I'm like pooped. Can you tell? Like my eyes are like glazed over, like there's no life left in them. This is what happens with 2 toddlers, okay? Protect yourself from children until you need them or want them. But so that's sort of what I wanted to go with for uncensored. I want to, you know, come here without telling you, you know, I'm not going to say I like something unless I actually like it. I'm not going to say I hate something unless I legitimately hate it. But I'm also going to try and take all of that judgment away and just show you everything. And that's why it's uncensored. Like, it's not me. It's not the person who told me about it. It's not, you know, my husband. It's just the straight facts. It's completely uncensored. And everything about what I say on here is to the best of my ability given to you guys in a way that you can look at the information and say, hey, this review was pretty cool. You know, she told me exactly how it felt. She told me exactly what was good about it, what was bad about it, and without saying, you know, I don't really like dolls that are this, but this one's actually okay, or, you know, it's the worst doll ever, or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna, well, I'm gonna try not to say that. I'm not gonna lie. I have good days and I have bad days, but I try my best not to say that. And, I mean, I thought about it, and I was like, when I was switching over to Instagram, I was thinking, now is a good time, if I am going to change my name, at least to change it on Instagram, because I know that there's a couple big ball jointed doll YouTubers who have different names for this and that. And well, for me, I just decided I'm not going to do it. I like my name. I think that my name suits me and what I aim to do in the doll hobby. And I know that it sucks for you 18-plussers who come here and you're like, oh my god, don't look. Don't look. Just click subscribe. That's it. So, you know, I'm sorry. I know that it's kind of horrible, but actually it works pretty perfectly if you just type in somebody's exact name, Uncensored Dolls, or, you know, you click from a video that you see on Facebook rather than that and just click the subscribe button. It works pretty fantastic. But for those people who are going and saying, oh yes, uncensored dolls, putting it in the search, you're going to get those hits, and I'm sorry, but such is life. We're sexual beings. So anyways, on to another part of my video that I wanted to show you guys. These shirts, they were shared on a Facebook page. Actually, I'll show the one that was shared on the Facebook page first. I don't think I shared the red one. This is the Blue Jays jersey that was found on Bacardi rum at the LCBO in Canada. As far as I know, in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area is where they were mostly seen. I don't know if they were found anywhere else. I don't know if there's many people who were able to snag them. I personally was able to get one of each, the white and the red. Unfortunately, when you buy them, you have to buy them on a bottle of rum because they are basically a bottle warmer. So basically, my husband got drunk for doll stuff. And I was pretty happy. Not to mention, he went to like 5 stores to find this guy. And almost all the stores did not have any left. So I was pretty thrilled when he came home with it. And yeah. So that's it. It's actually a pretty nice fabric. I love the feel of the fabric. I love the details up close that you can see of the shirt buttons. A little bit of the stitching is not the greatest. It's a little poor. Some of them have like pointed shoulders, which, you know, you could fix if you care enough, I guess. But overall, it's essentially a free shirt. If you were buying a bottle of rum anyways, you got a free doll shirt with it. So there you go. There's the red and white one. This one, well, this one is just, you know, Bacardi 2017. So rum company 2017. This one, this year is Canada's 150th anniversary. So it says Bacardi 150. And it's done in the red and white national colors. And our Toronto Blue Jays team, a baseball right there on the front. And they're pretty cool. Pretty much, they're perfect size for SD. I fit them in my large bust, I fit them in my medium bust Selfie Dream, and I fit them in my super small, and they look fantastic either way. It's just a very loose t-shirt. I did have to take off the head to fit it on, and it was a little bit of a challenge trying to, you know, maneuver the arms like that, you know, through the holes, but yeah. I hope that you're able to get your hands on one. If you have a free group on Facebook for your area, I would ask if anybody's got one laying around that they didn't want or care about, because there might be somebody who like regularly drinks rum or bought a whole lot of rum for the summer and they don't care about a stupid shirt. So maybe just throw something out on your free cycle groups or whatever. So this is my Selfie Dream Mayu. She looks so sad. She's like looking down. She's like, I brought dishonor to my doll family, not winning anything because my owner is a poor seamstress and many other things. But anyways, this is the first sewing job I've ever literally tackled in my entire life, other than a pair of pants, which I attempted to stitch last year for my mini doll, which also turned out horribly, and well, it wasn't for a competition, but I sewed on all these brown pieces are ribbons that I've sewn onto the clothing myself. I drew the pattern myself. I cut the fabric myself. I stitched the fabric all by hand. This is all entirely hand stitched. The white fabric I found was a lot easier to stitch than this champagne colored fabric, because this fabric has a tendency to fray on the edges, which made it a little difficult. This was the bane of my existence, putting this edging on by hand. And I kind of made it so that it was kind of fell over, and was looser on the top because I wanted it to be a little bit flowy. Sorry, let me give you a good shot. Head to toe. So there's the feet all the way to the head, the wings with opalescent, what's that stuff called? Cellophane wrap. I made this hairnet myself. I added the pearls on myself. I cut the wig myself. And yeah, I styled the wig before I also stuck this on it, but not that it looks styled once it's all bunched up in there. The wings were a pain in the buttocks. Oh yes, and the shoes. The shoes were not fun. They didn't go exactly as planned, but may as well show them. They are very pretty if you're into... Oh no, they ripped a little bit. So they have butterflies on the back. I really wish that I maybe painted silver on the shoe before putting the crystals on so you can't see the black spots between. But overall, I really think that they look super glass slippery, and well, other than blowing glass myself, I wasn't going to get a glass slipper. But that's what they look like. I took a pair of doll heart shoes and ruined them. Probably one of my favorite pairs, actually. So I'm a little pissed, but the things we do for love of our dolls, I guess. Anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys today. Basically, just give you an update. Like, share, and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.